Excuse me. I'd like to tell you about my grandfather. He spoke practically no English. He was an incredible gardener. The peppers, and finally, the eggplants. So we had all this produce growing in the yard in the summer. In fact, my parents had a restaurant, and he provided all the vegetables for the restaurant during the summer. What was left over, he sold to the neighborhood store.
I am the child of first-generation French-Canadian immigrants from northern province of Quebec. My father was one of 16 children. 12 lived. I had 58 first cousins. The Canadian families were huge because they were farmers and they needed the children to work in the farm. I'm doing a lot of looking back now at age 81. I'm looking back and I'm connecting the dots, but really the dots are connecting me, because it seems every day I have at least 10 or 15 little teeny aha moments of just, oh wow, so that was what that was about way back then.
My grandfather was one of the first Afro-Brazilian men to become captain of the Air Force. He actually fought in the World War II on a Brazilian campaign in Italy for the Allied forces. After that, he was able to create a company that delivered goods and medicine to villages and people on the banks of the Amazon River, the very remote areas of the Amazon. I had to do two things. One is learning English, and the other is to make a living, because I was living with my mom at the time, which is typical when immigrant families move. We all live together. We help each other to build something.
My father always said to me, you're an only child, you're a girl, and you can do whatever you want. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have to be strong. If you can't get in the front door, you get in the back, you get in the side. You figure out some way that you can do just about everything you want to. I'm also writing for Cancer Today and for numerous cancer publications. I'm very positive about cancer. I don't feel sorry for myself.
And this is my cello. It was built by Mr. Villium in the 1700s. It was played by musicians all over France. And finally, in the mid-1950s, it came to New York City. I've played it all over this part of the country. And I play in a Baroque orchestra and a symphonic orchestra. I have some students that I teach, and it brings me a lot of peace to play the cello.
Yes, links. Good. The first thing out of her mouth was Piep! So here's Piep. And this is Piep's mom, who was her first time that she had babies. She had no idea what to do with the baby. As a result, Piep had to come in the house and is being bottle fed. And now is my little puppy duck who follows me everywhere and jumps on everything inside. And her mom has learned to be a good milking goat, but does not really walk away with Piep. Come on, Piep.
Sandlot baseball, it's a lot that's cleared, and you set up your field, and you could use a rock for first base and a piece of cardboard for second base and a board for third. We play basketball, and we'd pick a telephone pole that had a light on it, a street light, and we'd erect a backboard with a rim. I've always come from a family that you worked hard. Mother and father, factory worker. I was brought up in that environment.
Can you tell us about the costume that you're wearing and the costume that the performers wore?
Расскажите про костюм, который на вас, который был на артистах.
Мы занимаемся северо-западным регионом, фольклором северо-западного региона нашей страны.
Thanks to you, we had opportunity today to play both academic and traditional music.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Great, thank you. Cool, thank you.